So I know we all know that one person, that little old person who loves to tell us like their history and like who they are, and it gets a little boring. But my great grandmother, her name was Juana, she used to tell me when she was a young girl that she loved to bake. So through her, I received one of the coolest recipes I know, and it's Salvadorian quesadilla. Now, recipes are an important aspect of families. They bring people together, they show us who we are, our background, stuff like that. And they bring you together, and not only do you get to enjoy each other's presence, but you get to enjoy a great meal, which is even better, I think. So, baking Salvadorian quesadilla is super easy. It's super easy, and there's just a few steps and like ingredients that go along with it. So today I'll be discussing two types of quesadilla, so in two different countries, and then the step-by-step process, the ingredients and materials needed for making Salvadorian quesadilla, and then lastly how to bake and enjoy it. So Salvadorian quesadilla, that's what we're talking about. The ingredients, two types, ingredients, materials, and how to enjoy it. So types of quesadilla. So most people think of Mexican quesadilla. So first I'll talk about Salvadorian quesadilla. So according to whatsforeats.com, accessed on October 18th, 2015, it is unlike the Mexican snack of the same name. So Mexican quesadilla is more of the tortillas and the cheese, and it's that easy snack that you just make when you're like starving and you have nothing to eat. That's Mexican quesadilla. Salvadorian quesadilla is, according to globaladventure.com, Sasha Martin, February 13, 2015, said, don't expect cheese and tortillas, instead pound cake. And then, so it's a rich, light, and fluffy kind of cheese bread. And it involves two different types of cheeses, and then you just bake it. It's super easy to make at home. Tracy Lopez on Latinoish.com, December 7th, 2013, said you can buy them at some bakeries and Latino markets in the US, but oftentimes you'll find they aren't fresh and have gotten a bit dry. The good news is I have a super easy, simple recipe that can give you, it doesn't take very long, but you can do it at home so it won't be dry and you can say you made it at home. So the ingredients. So now that you know a little bit about two different types of quesadilla, and Mexican and Salvadorian, I'll now talk about the ingredients needed for making Salvadorian quesadilla at home. So it includes 2 cups of pancake mix. Now according to my abuela, Ana Gaius, who on October 18th, 2015 stated, the reason you use pancake mix is to make your bread fluffy and light. So that's pancake mix. Then you're gonna have 1 cup of sugar. You're gonna have 1.5 sticks of unsalted butter, and then 1 cup of Salvadorian cream. Now Salvadorian cream is a lot like sour cream. It's just salted right for quesadilla. Then you're gonna have 4 eggs, 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. You're gonna add whole milk as needed, and sesame seeds are optional. You sprinkle that on top of it. Now, the materials needed for making this. So you're gonna have 1 large bowl. You're gonna, lastly, after you get all those ingredients together, you have to preheat your oven to 350 degrees and have a greased pan ready to go, or you can do muffin tins, which I use today. Okay, so that's the ingredients. Now to make it, you're gonna go step by step. Now the first step that's super important, that has to go first, is you're gonna melt your 1/2 stick of unsalted butter. You're gonna put it on the stove, low heat, and just gonna let it melt. And then after that, you're just gonna put it to the side, let it cool. Now, putting the ingredients into the actual bowl is no particular order. You can do it however you like. I usually start with the 1 cup of pancake mix. Just super easy to start with. It's the first thing that comes to mind. So you're gonna get those 2 cups of pancake mix and the 1 cup of sugar, and you're gonna mix that. You can either use your electric mixer if you guys have one, or you can do it by hand. Literally, it's whatever works best for you. I like using the electric mixer. And then you're gonna get that 1/2 stick of unsalted butter that you previously melted, and you're gonna slowly pour that over the 2 mixtures that you started with. Then you're gonna go ahead and get that 1 cup of Salvadorian cream, and you're just gonna put that over. As you're doing this, if you have an electric mixer, you're mixing it constantly, so you don't turn it off and just let it keep going. Then you're gonna get the 4 eggs. You're gonna put them in 1 at a time. So you're gonna crack it into the bowl as it's mixing. Then you're gonna get the 1 cup of Parmesan cheese, the whole milk as needed, and the sesame seeds. Now, as you're doing all this, as I said, you're mixing it as it's going if you have the electric mixer. Then you can add that whole milk. If your texture isn't looking right, you add the whole milk and then the sesame seeds are on top. Now, once you're done with all this, your oven should be at 350. And then you're gonna grease an 8 by 11.5-inch pan or muffin tin, whichever works best. And you're gonna put that into the oven. Once you put it in the oven, it takes about 16 minutes. Then after the 16 minutes, you're gonna turn it around in the oven and cook for another 15 to 17 minutes. Or verybestbaking.com, access on October 18th, 2015 said, until a toothpick is inserted in the center and comes out. Then you're gonna let it cool for 10 minutes. Now that you know how to go about making it, now talk about how the everyday Salvadorian enjoys this sweet treat. So, Sasha Martin on globaladventure.com on February 13th stated, eat at room temperature with a big cup of coffee, take an hour to read the newspaper and glance out of the window from time to time watching the clouds shift by. So that's probably the best way to enjoy it. Now, most Salvadorians say that the best way to have it is freshly baked, of course, right out of the oven. They prefer coffee, but if you don't drink coffee, hot chocolate. And just to relax, take a minute, enjoy it. You just baked it for the last 10 minutes, so enjoy it. And just have a good time making it and come together as a family. Now, in conclusion, I have talked about 2 different types of quesadilla, and then I went ahead and explained the step-by-step process of making it, and then lastly how to bake and enjoy it. So now the next time someone old is trying to tell you a little story, stop and listen, because it just might give you a little piece of